Well, hey there, it's Catherine from CatherinePuller.com. Welcome back to my Back to the Basics series. This has been a lot of fun, going back to the basics and showing you what you can do with stamps, ink, and cardstock. Well, a couple other little things. We've used glitter, we've used two-way glue, we've done some masking, and now we're going to add a basic set of circle dies. So this is another item that I think is pretty basic necessity for card makers. I use circle dies all the time, and I'm going to show you a couple different ways to use them in this video. So the first thing we're going to do, this idea came from the brilliant Tiara. She used this stamp to make a polka dot, and this comes from the For Everything stamp set. We're going to go yellow or Tiara first, and I get lazy and I just wipe my stamps off with my fingers sometimes, and that's how I get inky fingers. I am always running around with inky fingers. Okay, so then I'm going to do this way, and I'm going to do this way. Wipe that off, see if, yep, all right, we're ready to go into yellow. And then I'm going to go down here, and then in the middle, and then in the middle between those. We'll turn it and we'll go Be Mine. Boom. And go for a little bit wonky rather than super straight, because that is tricky. So now I'm grabbing my circle dies, and the circle dies were made to cut out these circle stamps. So we made sure to size those correctly so they work great together. So we're going to grab the circle block, ink it with lime Rickey. And I'm actually not sure I want to use lime Rickey, so while I'm at it, I'm going to do Be Mine as well. Now I'm going to grab my die cutting machine. These dies work with the Spellbinders Platinum and the Big Shot and most die cutting machines that you have. So I'm just going to line this up, add the plate on top, and run it through. And then you have a perfectly die cut circle sentiment. So now I'm going to work on this sentiment piece. I'm going to add birthday to it. And remember, just a really light tap on that ink pad is all you need to get it fully inked with our foam ink pads. They're really super easy to ink up. Oh, I'm not done with this. And again, also a light hand here and a light hand when stamping. And then I'm going to do some more fussy cutting again, and we'll cut out this little party hat for happy birthday. And this is why people love dies. This is not as perfect and precise as you would get with a die, but it is going to do. We'll just add a little bit of liquid glue onto this party hat. Add it right onto the Y. And then we're going to add some stars. So this cute little set, the For Everything, has the little stars. It has the little party hat. Oh, wait, no, party hat's in here. So between these two sets, you have everything you need to make awesome cards for birthdays and congratulations and all kinds of fun things. So we'll just add 3 stars on here, I think. Although, okay, you want to do odd numbers for visual interest, and since I have this hat in black, it's kind of making this more like a 4th element, so I think we need 1 more star up there to make it kind of even-ish. And then we'll just add some liquid glue to this happy birthday, and then add it to the card front. So you may notice on this card, I cut this 5.5 inches tall, so it goes all the way to the top and bottom. And then I cut it 4 inches wide, so then there's just a little bit of layering on the sides. I have 2 more cards that I want to make for you. So while I have my Big Shot out, I'm going to do the die cutting for both of them at once. So I'm just lining up my circle die. This is 1 size larger than the first die that I used. And I'm going to set that aside. And then I'm going to grab my circle dies. I'm going to grab the next size up. So I have a piece of computer paper, and I'm just going to take that circle and I'm going to cut it out of, or cut a circle towards the top. I'm trying to center it as best as I can. So save both of these pieces. We're actually going to use it as a mask, but first we're going to make the other card. I am going to go ahead and take my two-way glue though, and I'm going to add it to this piece so that it has time to dry while I'm creating this second card. I'm going to do it on both. I don't think I'm going to use both of these right now, but we'll have this all set and ready to go. So I've already taken the tree from the For Everything stamp set. I stamped it on scratch paper and I cut it out with my scissors, and I'm lining up this circle. I'm going to stamp this like this. I want another one here. And then I think I want another one down here. So I'm going to kind of eyeball where I want this to go and then stamp it. So we have a little forest going on. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? I'm going to take the Merry and Bright and the snowflake and the star, and we're going to have a little fun. So we'll do Fiesta Blue, and I just want to do some stamping with the snowflakes on the outer layer here, and I'm going 3 times before re-inking. We've got a big snowstorm going on. I'm not going to cover the entire piece of cardstock, we'll just do some. I'm going to layer these two pieces back together so I can see where to position my greeting. I can stamp over the tree, Merry and Bright. And remember, these delicate small stamps like this, just a really light touch. You don't want to push down too hard because it'll kind of smush out your photopolymer and you'll get a blurry image. You may want to practice on cardstock first. I love recommending that, and I do it a lot myself. And sometimes when I don't do that step, I end up regretting it. So we're going to take Tiara, and I'm going to do little stars for the trees, at least this one. Do one on here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. Grab my liquid glue and we'll assemble the card. I decided I wanted to add a little bit of extra fun to this, so I die cut another star and I'm adding it to the front here, and then I'm going to grab the two-way glue. I'm going to add glue all over the stars, and we're going to make a sparkly Christmas card. You could even do right in here, like where the garland is. You could do in the middle of the snowflakes. You can get as glittery as you want. I'll do a few snowflakes. Maybe not all of them, maybe just a few, or maybe all of them. Oh yeah, once I got started, boom, all the snowflakes. Glitter on all of the snowflakes. All right, we got a sparkly card here, y'all. Tap that off, and there we go. Sparkly Christmas card. So next up, we're going to do masking with the circle. So just rub my finger over it a little bit to get some adherence. Is that a word? And then I'm going to take my Tiara ink pad, and I'm just going to gently run it across my cardstock. I'm using a really gentle hand. I don't want this to be too dark. I want a nice light yellow background. I love how this gets darker along the edges. I think it looks really, really cool. Okay, so now we'll peel back. And we have a nice white open center there. And what we reveal is a really nice white center. I think You're My Very Favorite would be a really fun sentiment to put on here. I'm gonna grab my Midnight ink. Again, I know I'm telling you this constantly, but a really light hand, very favorite. Kind of stamped at an angle along the circle there. I think that looks really fun. I'm gonna do that straight. And I'm going to go with Grass Skirt and Rockin' Red. I'm going to do some leaves. I think this will be a really fun color combination. And then take this teeny tiny little flower, stamp it in black, and it kind of gives that illusion again of little black polka dots. Another item that I consider a necessity in any craft room is a pack of black cardstock. So in our shop, you'll find it. It's called Midnight, and I think this will make a really elegant, very simple card. The only thing, I am itching to add something here. So I'm itching to add a little bit of glitter. So I'm just going to take my pen and I'm going to draw around the circle. I'm not going to go into or over the stamped pieces, we'll just do that and then add some glass slipper. I didn't do an exact straight line. We're going to pretend it is. Basic stamping with the supplies that we've been using all week, adding a set of circle dies, and look what you can make. So masking, kind of a see-through peekaboo kind of effect there, and just adding layered die cuts on top of your project. So 3 ways to use your circle dies to take your card making to another level. Thanks for being here, you guys. If you're enjoying this series, be sure to give me a thumbs up, share with your friends, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again soon.